Hello, welcome to episode 41 of our Ostriv Alpha 4 Let's Play. It is December of 1760 in our town, and today's episode we're going to be building up this area down here, maybe put some more houses here, and a couple of other various improvements. So I think the first thing we're going to do is build another church at the behest of the True King, a longtime supporter and viewer on this channel. So let's go ahead and go over to our religion tab to get our church and figure out where's going to be a good spot over here to put one of those. Now we have a little bit of space over here. Could put it down here. Let's keep in mind the continued building out of this area. There's going to be some stuff in the forest here, but I think it's mostly going to be constrained to areas outside the forest along the shoreline here. So I think possibly right around in this area, on this side of the bridge, would be a pretty good place to put that. So let's go ahead and get this just slightly off axis here. Go ahead and put that right there. Let them get started on that in the snow as it comes down in this very early Ostriv winter. So of course, churches always need some decorations and things in front of them. How about a little bell post right outside the door? And then of course we can put some benches as well. Or maybe I just might put one bench next to the door here. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll let them go ahead and build the church before we do anything else. So let's go ahead and get our grid back because, of course, I am required by law, international and local in the United States, to build things in a grid pattern. So, did we already mess with these guys? We did not. Well, they're not selling much of stuff anyway. And they've got plenty enough to do, so we'll leave them alone for now. But while they are accruing things for the church, first of all, we should probably check and make sure they actually have enough stone to do anything. Yeah, 10,000? I think that's probably enough. Wouldn't you say so? Alright, so, see how we did this? I think it was last episode or the episode before we put these houses in. We're going to do a similar thing over here. I don't know why I got the grid back if I was just going to do this, but yeah. You know, sometimes you just have to do stuff a certain way. So we'll put this house right here. Increase the angle a little bit. And then come right along here. Excuse me. Follow the thing right here. And these will all be within easy range of the market until probably, yeah, sometime down here. So we'll go ahead and get this going here. So that is a solid 6 houses. We can do a couple more down here. Just like so. And then, of course, we'll come right along with the rotation. And hit them with one of these. I have my fingers on like 5 different keys on my keyboard. Trying to do this with one hand while I have the mouse in the other hand. The sacrifices we make for games, right? Okay, so we'll put this one right here. I do generally try to stagger these front doorways if I possibly can, just for a little bit of extra space. Okay, that one's a little close, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And we will... Why is it still there? I thought I told it to go away. Oh, now it's actually gone. Okay. So we can come out here, do a little bit further back. Yeah, okay, that'll be nice. So that is quite a few houses. And what we can go ahead and do again as well, of course the church is going here, but we can add another field to this farm. The game is really not having a good time. We are approaching that time, I guess, when the build gets just a little bit too big. So we'll go ahead and make a close to maximum size field here. There we go, 50 by 50, and just connect that right there. Alright, now let's check out our other fields here. Okay, we've got, I believe all 3 of these are potato, buckwheat, potato, etc. So let's, before we decide what we want to put here, let's check our granaries here. Very, very low, except for buckwheat in here. Of course, this one is further away, so I'm not necessarily beholden to that. So we actually have plenty of potatoes and buckwheat. And, oh, you know what? We haven't made wheat in a while in one of these. So let's go ahead and make this into the wheat field. Let's analyze our distribution here. So this next season is going to be potatoes. This one's going to be buckwheat. And this one's going to be fallow. So if we make this one into wheat, fallow, so in 3 years, I think, including this upcoming season, that'll be fallow. This one will be on potatoes. No. Math is hard. Okay. I think it's going to be buckwheat. That's going to be potatoes, and that's going to be buckwheat as well. I think we'll be okay. Anyway, so that will help there. And I don't want to, I want to try to avoid cutting down trees if I can help it. Actually, speaking of, except for these up here, we're going to have to get rid of probably most of these. So we'll let them do their thing here. Go ahead and turn on turbo speed. And once we get some more houses built, they will be able to... what do you mean we're out of nails? We've got tons. Alright, well, you know what that means. Time to examine our smithies and see what's up. Oh, well, I did restrict the making of nails, I suppose. So I can't be too mad about that. Alright, and I guess I should just know where the other one is. Okay, there we go. Not enough charcoal. Okay, well, you know what that means. It means it's time for another charcoal pile here. And we'll put it right outside the smithy. If I can fit it out front, I will. And I don't think I can. So actually, we can go right to the back. The scenic... Wrong button on the keyboard. There we go. The scenic charcoal pile next to the market stall. Because nothing says quality goods like a large pile of burning firewood directly next to your wares. Alright, so that's in there successfully. And those don't have to be messed with very much. Make sure these are all identical. So we actually have a pretty severe labor shortage, quote unquote. We really don't, but for the way that we have stuff organized to make sure stuff actually gets done in the winter, we do. Which, of course, is why we're building more houses. And I don't want to count all these again, but this should be at least another, I would hope, another 30 to 40 people. Which should get us pretty close to 850, which should help us have no open vacancies in the winter. And just a little bit of unemployment in the summer, but that's okay because there is plenty of stuff that needs to get done. Like the game taking way too long to autosave, so of course we'll go in here and we'll save all of this because I do not want to do any of this over again. So let's take a little spy look at this church construction here. Should go relatively quickly. And while they're working on that, I did want to take the time to let you know that in case you haven't noticed the substantial improvement in audio quality, I did go out and pick up a Shure SM7B, the legendary vocal podcast radio microphone that some of you in the audio industry may be familiar with. If not, I'll put a picture up on the screen for you. Most notably, Michael Jackson recorded his Thriller album on the predecessor to this, the SM7. And let's just say it's a substantial improvement, and I am very glad to get rid of the $20 Amazon mic. But this church is just about halfway done here, and coming along quite nicely. I always like how these buildings look. See the individual rafter beams get constructed. I know I say it a lot, but what an amazing game. A absolute labor of love from the developers. And it is fantastic watching this stuff get built. I'm so excited to see what else they bring into the game. Mostly just so I can watch it get built the first time. Well, you know, the added utility of what it actually does in the game is nice too, I suppose. I always thought it was funny how churches take so much stone to construct when most of it's actually wood. And if you go and look at stuff, the only stone really is just the foundation, but it takes an unbelievable amount of stone in my opinion. Anyway, so the church is complete. So just like we did with this one up here, if we can revisit a little bit, we did not really an entire churchyard, but we did kind of segment it off a little bit. put a couple trees out front. So we'll do the same thing over here. And I think it would be nice to kind of segment a lot of this off and build that up in a nice fashion. So we'll come over here. Okay, place is occupied. I guess I have to start further away here. Occupied by what? There we go. So that will work just fine for our purposes. We'll go ahead and come out right the way here. And then make our little oblique turn. And then have that stop right about there. We won't put an arch, but we will go ahead and put another, just like a kind of entrance thing here. So we'll go ahead and put this there. And then we'll go at a 90-degree angle down to the water. Just for a little bit of interest. This actually says it's too long, so we'll do one of these right here. And now our church has its own little, come on, right click. Church has its own little segmented area here. And of course we'll go ahead and plant some trees. Cottonwood trees being our preferred barrier tree. Not that churches are supposed to be secluded from their communities that they serve, but it does create a little bit of nice landscaping here. Too close to another tree. I'm trying. Work with me here. Alright, so we'll get a move on. Nope, not inside the church. Not yet. We'll go ahead and get this stuff done, and the houses now are being constructed. We'll have to remember to go and insert a well in that construction as well. Pun intended. It's just a few more trees to be placed here. Can I get one down by the water? No, I cannot. Okay, well that's probably for the best. Okay, so that will be nice when that's actually all done, and that will be a fun thing. We might end up putting some other stuff over here, maybe some other gravestones as well as that expands. Now we have a well here that actually is, well, it's being used more than I thought it might. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I was going to wait to put this in, but it's pretty important for people not to you know, die of thirst. I don't know, it could be a novel concept to some places in the world, but in our Ostriv town, we're not going to tolerate that. So let's go ahead and, you know, we can just go ahead and put both of these in front of everything. This is going to be so nice when this is done. I love the aesthetic of all this fun stuff right here. So we can actually, while we're waiting for this, go ahead. Well, we should probably check out the messenger, what they've got going on. Always buy some iron. We'll go ahead and buy buckwheat. We'll just buy everything for now that we can. Horse tack, we're not exporting. I don't know why. We keep making some clothing. Yeah, here we go. We have 1170. That is an improvement. Sallow, we're no longer exporting. Or either that or we just don't have any, so that's fine. Good. So I think we're doing pretty well here. So we have cottonwood trees down this side. We'll take the front fence of the church and just plant some of our favorite bushes, the only bushes in the game. And I don't want to put another cottonwood tree right here, but I think we can get away. We haven't put any ash trees out here. Can I get away with putting a couple ash trees on either side of this? I think I can. So we will do just that, and we'll fill this in with some more bushes. And this autosave is going to be the death of me, so we're probably going to turn that off. I know a couple of you have commented saying that it probably should be turned off anyway, but I think now might be the time. No promises, though. If I have another crash because of it, I'm absolutely going to turn it off. And we'll just have to be diligent about saving during these recordings so I don't lose my mind. Alright, one more little bush. Two more. Do one right there. And we are well on our way to making this a fantastic looking church scene. Ah, yes, the White Lines of Death. Where's that one going? All the way to this market stall. Now, why would there be... This market stall is selling onions, pork, potato, and raspberry. And people shouldn't even be buying from that one. To stone deposit. Oh, maybe it's actually going up to the... Oh, it is. It's going to the stone mining camp. Well, I'm glad we checked that out. So we've got these two houses are actually brand new immigrants, which is fantastic for growing our town. Look at all these vacancies. Yeah, you see, this is why we're doing this. We have so much opportunity for people to do work. They just have to, you know, show up and do it. How's their school looking? 2 pupils? Okay. That's progress, I suppose. Now, these people were just here and they came back. Did you forget something? We'll buy more buckwheat from you. It's fine. Oh, we have so much charcoal. Why did I build another one? We didn't need it. Oh well. Oh, not this firewood thing again. Don't tell me this is happening again. I thought we fixed this. Oh. I guess we have to actually enable logs here. I don't know where they'd go to chop. That could explain why, you know... Oh god, horses died of starvation. Don't tell me that we're out... Oh no, okay. This is gonna be annoying. What can they eat wheat? They can, but we don't have any. Oh man, come on, I don't want to do this again. Alright, so we'll go ahead and send a messenger here. We're definitely going to lose some horses and some cows, probably. Why are we out of this? Is it because we don't have enough laborers? Guess we can just go ahead and make sure that's done. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Well, it wouldn't be one of these videos without a absolute catastrophe for my supply lines. So let the chips fall as they may, and we'll see who else dies. Probably all of them, if I had to guess. So let's go ahead and make the most of it, I guess. Actually, let's not slaughter the draft horses. We spent money on those. And ooh, maybe leave 1 female, 1 male. We'll see what we can do and get people to have horse meat. Because, well, sometimes stuff just happens and you can't do anything about it. At least our wagon sheds aren't going to lose anything. But you better believe as soon as those messengers get there. Moving out. Are you moving out because of firewood? Yes, you are. Well, not too much I can do about that. I already tried to fix it. Oh, it's going to kill the rest of these too, isn't it? Well, sometimes bad things happen, even if you plan for them. Or don't plan for them, as I may go. Don't tell me there's no wheat for any of these people? Come on. Come on, I'm walking here. Alright, sell shoes. All this, raspberry, etc. We'll just do this real quick and we'll blast on over to the other one and see if they have anything. You're demanding the wheat. Okay, bucko. Oh, I've got a lot of fish. Okay. Oh, you have wheat. You have wheat. Come here, come here. I need the wheat. I need the wheat and the metal parts. And the textile. And, coincidentally, the horses, but I'm not going to fall for that trap. Not quite yet. If we start losing cows and oxen, it's going to be a real problem. Because cows can only eat hay. So we better hope that this dries quickly. Because if it doesn't, we're going to be in severe trouble. Well, at least they're building houses fast again. Guess I can't really complain about that. Let's make sure these are turned off for production. Nope, I didn't want to click on that house. Where's the other one I built? I still can't remember where I built this stupid thing. Was it right here? I think it was. Okay, so we'll turn off production for that. We still might need a couple more. Well, we'll find out. We should pretty soon have... Oh yeah, here we go. A massive caravan. Are you another firewood? Yep. Well, somebody warned me about this, and I did not listen, so that's 100% on me. Okay, so they've got flour, and we should have wheat coming in soon. So hopefully, sooner rather than later, that gets picked up. I guess people have to actually, do something to get stuff put in here. I know, what a concept, right? Well, we'll let them do what they need to do here. Not really too much to look at. I wish there was more animation to this. Maybe that's something that'll get added in the future, but not at this exact moment. Hey, well, the replacement's already here. And it's June, so they have time to plant a garden, and that's going to be fantastic for that. Let's see, these cows have some hay reserves. There's hay reserves here, so we're probably fine outside of these horses that I'd been holding in reserve. These guys still have enough food for several months. I think the next time somebody comes up offering horses, we're going to take it. Because we absolutely have to replenish the herd that died off because I can't remember to stock things correctly. At any rate, hopefully the rest of the stuff will come in soon and we'll be able to fix everything else. In the meantime, let's go check out our construction progress on these houses. Yeah, almost this entire first side is good to go. We are doing so fantastically well. I am very pleased with that. Let's check these cows. Or oxen, rather. The good thing about having cows out in the field is you don't have to feed them because they are going off of the nutrients in the field. And their waste, we'll say, puts the field back to full nutrients. So, circle of life, etc. Stuff works out. But we are in desperate need of things to get a little better in a hurry for our horses. At least the chickens are doing fine. I think it was definitely the right call getting another thing of wheat here. As long as we have enough bodies to harvest it, then we should be okay. I can't believe how stupid I was with these hay barracks here. And for a while we even had a surplus. So I'm guessing this had to have something to do with the labor shortage, because we're making enough to feed more than the animals we have, I think. At one point it was double or triple. I don't know off the top of my head the exact statistics for how much hay dryers make, but I know we were very quickly filling up all of our reserves here. And we'll buy more wheat, buy more metal parts, buy more textile, and buy more hemp, and a couple chickens as well, so those can get slaughtered. And we will sell sunflower oil. I wish the enter key would hit that deal button, but seems it's not to be. Sell some salt. Dried fish we're not stocking. We have plenty, so I think our supply on the fishing front has been mostly fixed. We have these up here that are, well, mostly working. The first one I clicked on, of course, had only one functioning boat. But things seem to be going pretty well. We have 3 fallow fields at one time on this? That's not supposed to be happening. I don't know how these things get out of sync, but they do. It's very weird. We'll have to do something about that. Yeah, there's nothing else. As far as our cash flow goes, we are losing money, but we are having to import a lot of stuff, and there are some tweaks I could possibly make to the economic settings here. So I think we can probably get away with increasing the land tax a little bit. I still like the idea of not having rent, so that way if a family is not working, if they're unemployed, they don't have to pay rent, but the land tax on the people who have the gardens is going to be a better idea because, of course, they're always selling their local purchases, etc. Actually, if we go over here, we can check our distribution. It's almost all between 40 and 100, and of course there's nobody above because we are siphoning off their funds in whatever economic system you choose to define that as. But yeah, things seem to be working pretty well. Unemployment's pretty high at 14%, but it does tend to do that at times in the year during our playthrough here. 603 adults, 393 of which are working as actual jobs, laborers being 130-ish. We have 420 chickens. That's a lot of chickens. Do we have a surplus of chicken meat and chicken eggs? Not really, so honestly, we could stand to have some more. And it seems our hay problems have been fixed, so yeah, of course the next horse that comes in will be purchased. And more of this stuff. This house seems to be having some issues here with the forestry. Well, let's go ahead and come on down here. I don't want to put more chicken coops right next to these, but we might end up doing that anyway. Maybe not in this exact location. Maybe down here on the backside of the graveyard. No, that's a lot of noise for a graveyard. We have to have at least some modicum of realism, right? Well, we'll see. All work is done. No, it's not. I guess you can make more firewood. Apparently we can never have enough firewood. It's fine. What else? Oh, here's that hourglass again. Please do not crash on me during an autosave. We'll be very upset. Yes. The spinning wheel of death. Okay, let's see just how badly this has screwed us up. I don't think it's too bad. Okay, so we hadn't fixed that. I knew that was an issue. Had we changed this yet? I don't remember if we had changed that to higher than that, but we'll go ahead and set that there. I think we're fine. Just really, really annoying to have to deal with that again. Well, if nothing else, it's reinforced the fact that I'm going to have to disable autosave. I was hoping I didn't have to do that. Have they fixed these boats yet? No. Are they doing anything? No, because they're getting wood. Well, I guess getting wood counts as doing something. So we've got to figure out what we're putting in here. I guess we could put in some more houses, and that's probably what we should be doing. So we'll go ahead and pop these bad boys in here. Actually, in this corner right here, let's take our... nope, that's the wrong button. Let's take our fences and build a little bit of a road here. I just want to create kind of like a triangular inset here and make a little area for people to relax and enjoy some nature. And of course to kind of cordon off this area, prevent people from cutting through here. So I think what we'll do is we'll put, what's a nice tree? Birch tree? We already have a couple of those. We'll put one of these up in the corner here. We can line the rest of this with some bushes, if the game doesn't crash again. We are chugging along. I am really going to be looking forward to the day where larger, more detailed towns are better optimized, but hey, it's way better than Alpha 3. If you've been a player for a long time, you will definitely remember things just being an absolute slog in larger and older towns. Of course, my Alpha 3 town I played for 100 in-game years, got up to a little over 1,000, not quite 1,100, but a little over 1,000 residents, and made, I believe, 35 episodes in the Alpha 3 Season 2 Let's Play. That's what that was. And we're on episode 41, so we've actually got a lot more content out of this particular build than we did with the last one, because we're taking a little bit longer. Man, we have some food supply issues. We're going to get those fixed. We are taking a little bit longer to get things going, but I think it is a vastly better town than my Alpha 3 one. And I hope you agree, because I think this is just vastly improved. So let's go ahead and get some benches here. We'll set these up in the nice shade. Just 3 of those right there, because we have that tree, we're gonna have that tree. Then I guess we can just kind of leave this side open right here. And then we can come along and set up houses in an interesting way. We'll do, I think the back of this house might be a good place to put there. So we don't want people's front yards attacked with stuff here. I guess we could put, you know, nothing says we actually even have to have these on a grid. We could just have stuff kind of set up like this. And then put another one in here, maybe facing this house. A little bit moved around, just to kind of break stuff up, you know? A little bit of variety. We might do some more fences as well. But we are doing fantastically, aside from the whole nobody has any food thing. We're working on it. We're working on it. We probably realistically need a lot more of these garden houses to supply all of the people that don't have them. But I love the look of the non-garden houses, especially when you follow them around a curve. So much better than last gameplay when I had sitting there trying to manipulate the fences on these houses. Because remember the whole F1 thing to move this around, that didn't exist until Alpha 4. Do you have horses? You do. So we'll go ahead and I guess we just buy. We'll buy a couple horses because we can't do anything with the mail besides make them into draft horses, which we don't currently need. Okay, flour, sallow, dried fish we do not need to buy. Potatoes we probably don't need to buy. Shoes we can't sell any shoes? Okay. Charcoal we can though. Take my charcoal. But we are hurting for some stuff to sell here. Guess that just means we need to put that much more effort into farming. I'm gonna have to advance up here. We can't have 3 fields be fallow at the same time. So somehow these two. Why didn't this plant? Maybe I'm just. Do they not have time to plant everything? I don't know. That's weird. I think we can squeeze another. No, I don't want to copy that. I think we can squeeze another one of these chicken coops in here. Another 2. Yeah, another 2 chicken coops. That'll be A-okay. We're going to save again because I do not trust autosave anymore. So let's actually cut in front with these chicken coops as we begin to wind down today's episode. Yeah, so we have to make sure that these are in place so people can, you know, eat. What a novel idea, right? Because we are in a pretty severe food shortage. These houses down here are struggling especially. This granary is almost completely empty. We are taking from others though. So it seems to be doing okay, but it is harvest season and sometimes stuff takes quite a while, but this farm is all done. This one is in the midst of being harvested. So we can sit here and watch this for a little bit. I know a couple of you have said you really, really enjoy watching this kind of thing. I think it's nice. The amount of detail in the game and the fact that you can just sit here and watch gathering wheat out of the ground, even if it is just little sprites of whatever. It's a little bit of liveliness to the town and to the game and just makes it that much more enjoyable. I could sit here all day and watch this. We'll just do a tiny bit more, and then when the chicken coops are finished being constructed, we can go right on over there and copy all of our settings. And now, of course, the trees are starting to change colors as well. I love this look. I absolutely love it. So I think this is just, man, I cannot get over it, how nice this looks. So what if we find a nice place to get our cover photo for today's episode from? Don't crash on me, autosave. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, is there an option to turn off these bubbles here. Not in the options. Info overlay. Oh. Just like in real life. Now this is a life pro tip right here. Just ignore your problems, and they'll go away. Don't actually do that. I'm being facetious. That's a horrible way to live your life. Address your problems and get rid of them before they turn into something else. Anyway, so we turn that off, and now I can actually see. Oh wow. Okay, this is great. Fantastic. We will turn those back on, but for now, I mean, look at this. I know I keep coming back to this, but it is wonderful seeing all of this color and vibrancy and liveliness in a game, especially the fall colors. You can't beat this. I don't know of any other games that look like this, with this amount of detail and immersion and all the stuff you can do in the game. Come on. It's hard. Oh, I had such a good spot here. All right. That is going to be our thumbnail for this video. Fantastic. Okay. And the chicken coop is coming along. Just about finished, and then they'll get to work with this one. And then I think by the time we have that all squared away, we'll be all out of time for today's episode. I know this is going to irritate some of you how that's not completely lined up, but I did want it to be flush up against this little field here. So you know the drill. We do our favorite thing ever, which is copying this stuff. And as soon as this got supplied, we will drag some donors over here. And everything will be absolutely peachy. Except this guy is standing here. It says he's supplying resources. Okay, now he left. He's just kind of standing there. I don't know if you ever drive by road work and you see 4 guys standing by while one guy digs a hole. He's doing it again. They're all doing it. Don't you guys have something to do? Instead of just standing there changing clothes. That's kind of terrifying, actually, changing clothes in the middle of all that. That's weird. And this is just about at the point where we can migrate some chickens over. The moment this has actual supply into it, then we will be sending them right over from these two to populate here. And then as soon as this is done and the same happens, then it'll be time for us to end today's episode. So we're just about there. While we're waiting for this to get built, I just wanted to take another chance to say thank you so much for supporting these videos and the Donna Man videos and just being a fantastic community. I cherish the interactions we get to have, and I am so grateful that you've chosen to spend just a small part of your day in our comments section and interacting with everybody. So thank you, all of you, new and old, longtime subscribers, or brand new people. You are valued and appreciated here, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever that might be. This chicken coop is just about finished, and you know what that means. It's time once again to copy our favorite settings and sit right here. And now we can we'll do 10 from here, 10 chickens and 10 hatchlings, relocate them to here, and then as soon as that is supplied, we'll do the same thing from this one. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be time for us to head out. We are so close. Just need a little bit of wheat here, and we'll be good to go. Now, come on, people. Just because it's snowing doesn't mean you don't have to supply the wheat to the chicken coops. It's all you have to do. Well, I figured it would be faster. There we go. So, you know what that means? Come right over here. Can I shift click this too? No. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. Relocate. Plop there. And we'll check out what Kachi wants to do. Can't sell him anything. But we'll buy leather. We'll buy metal parts. We'll buy iron. We'll buy flour. We'll buy sallow. We'll buy all the food except dried fish and potatoes, apparently. Well, I guess we should buy potatoes. But now we are actually out of time for today's episode. Again, thank you so much for being a part of our community. I'm glad to have you, and I hope you'll stick around because there's lots more to do. But that's all the time we have for now. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.